Welcome to another episode of Millennial Mindset. We're your host. I'm Brian.
I'm Dalton.
Tonight's going to be a great episode. And why is that, Dalton?
Attention. All people watching this who want to better themselves and serve others, this video is for you.
Guys, we have been looking at our subscribers and thank you so much. We are on the rise. Finally surpassed 50 subs. Yeah. We are on the road to 100. And we've been saying this the last couple episodes. The closer we get to 100 subscribers, guys, we are going to be doing a 100 subscriber giveaway. That's right. So if you guys have any ideas, put them in the comments below. And for all of our subscribers, thank you so much for tuning in for each and every video. And if you're new to our channel, thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And put something in the comments below of something you guys want to see in future episodes. Browse some of our past content, and hopefully it brings you guys some positivity into your life.
All right, guys. So on this video, we're going to be talking about just getting started. If you have a message, just get it out. Like, especially if you're just starting out, because you don't have a lot of followers and you don't get a lot of engagement, but it's all about enduring long enough to get noticed. And sometimes you got to put out content for, sometimes it takes a year, 2 years, 3 years. It's all about your commitment to serving others and giving value. And that's what matters. It's not about the engagement.
And when we were going into this, when we created this podcast, we didn't have expectations of, having a huge following right out the gate. Mm-hmm. We eventually do want to have a huge following, but our number one goal was just to help one person. We're all in this together. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from. We're trying to help. I feel like we're put on this earth not only to achieve our dreams and desires, but help others achieve their dreams and desires. So hopefully our channel does grow, which I think it will, but be consistent. Whatever it is you're doing, even if you start off slow, if you start off small, it's okay. Even the people who have so much success, who are at the top of their game or top of their industry, they started from nothing. They had to start from somewhere. So I've talked to so many people, whether they play sports, whether they're in business, and they get so discouraged when they don't see the instant results. I feel like we get that way too every once in a while, but it's like, I feel like we notice it and we recognize that. It's like, no, we just got to keep putting in the work. It doesn't matter where we start. We just got to keep going.
And it comes back to why we're doing it. Like, why are we putting this content on? Because we want to help people. We're not doing it for the views. And it's like, why do we get this? Like, why do we want the views? Why do we want to grow our following? It's not because, I encourage you to ask yourself, why do you want to grow your audience? Is it because your ego? Is it because you just want the fame and the feelings of having a following? Or is it because the more people that follow you, the more people that you can help? The more views we get on our videos or more subscribers on our podcast, that's the more people that we can help. And that's what really matters.
And I feel like when we were putting so much pressure on ourselves, like a couple weeks ago, you're like, oh my gosh, like our subs are not going up. We had a couple people like unsubscribe to us. Don't do that, guys. Do not unsubscribe. But yeah, there is like a span of a couple of weeks where it was like, what are we doing? Like, is this even worth it? Yeah. And then I recognized it and I was aware of it. And I was like, you know what? Why did we start this? It's because we wanted to have fun. Yeah. And we want to help people along the way. And if nobody watches it, it's not a huge deal breaker for us. We're still going to put out content. Mm-hmm. We've seen other YouTube channels and they put out a couple of videos here and there, and then you never hear from them again. And I told Dalton going into this, whatever I do, I'm so committed. Doesn't matter what it is. If it's business, if it's his podcast, I'm going to be dedicated to it 100%. And I think we missed a couple of weeks just because we had some stuff going on in our personal life. But after that, we've been so consistent on a weekly basis. Mm-hmm. And that's when we kind of take the stress off, where we're like, why, like, go back to the basics. Why are we doing this? It's because we're having fun. We like to hang out and we want to help inspire other individuals. And it's like, when we got rid of that stress, like, how many views do we have on each video? How many subscribers do we have? Like, when we stopped focusing on that, that's when we started getting a lot more subs. It's when we started getting a little more engagement. And it's like, I feel like when we start to get a little more discouraged, our viewers, somebody puts in the comments, and we get so pumped up when somebody puts a comment in, or we get a few likes, or people on our social media platforms start to like it and start to engage, and like it lifts our spirits, and then we go back to like why we were doing it, and it's to help others, and just because we're having fun with it.
And we're not saying that you shouldn't look at your numbers and your engagement and try to increase that, because that's important too. You want to see if you can make every video better, but that's not the sole reason of why you're doing it. And we always come back to, if one person sees it, it was all worth it.
Yeah.
Like I post on my personal Instagram page, I post fitness content, and sometimes I don't get a whole lot of engagement, but I know that if one person sees this and gets value out of it, it's all worth it.
And that's what life's all about. It's just doing your very best. And I think this podcast has taught us that lesson as well. Is just do your very best. By no means are we experts at this, but we have learned so much along the way. And we always talk about taking action. Take action. Whatever it is you guys want to do, take action, and do not lose the faith. If you're enjoying it, if you're truly enjoying it, you're going to continue to do it and have fun with it, regardless if you're making money or not. And I think that's why Dalton and I continue this road that we're going down, because we have fun with it. I look forward. Dalton calls me up every week. Hey, what time I'm coming over? Is it Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday? Same time, 6:30. Before this, we're eating some watermelon, just talking about whatever and having a good time. Yeah. And then it's like, okay, now we get out the podcast kit, and now it's time for action and have fun and come up with some new ideas. And it's like, I feel like a lot of the stuff we talk about too, it's like stuff that we need in our life. Yeah. So it's like we're going along this journey, and it's so cool. We can take everybody, all of our viewers along this journey with us. But just be consistent, and realize that you're going to have your ups, you're going to have your downs. And I truly believe we can grow this channel. And like I said, like Dalton was saying, it's not so much because we want to have like all these subs and we want to be famous, but I want to see how far we can push each other, how far we can push ourselves, to see if we can grow our channel, to see how many people we can inspire. Because I truly believe if we can help just one of you watching, I feel like we can help so many more. Yeah. And like I said, we're all in this together. So if we can help inspire each other, if we can help get each other to the next goal, our dreams and desires, life was a well-learned or a well-lived life. Excuse me.
And here's a little tip for anybody starting to put out content or whatever your niche is. Try to find the right audience, because if you don't have the right audience, if you're not talking to the right people, it's like talking to a wall. You're not getting any engagement because it's not the right audience. So, and at first it's going to take time to find that. It might take, like I said, a year or 2 years, but you just got to be consistent, keep putting content out, and people will start to see you and hear you and follow you. And eventually you'll grow your audience. But especially when you're first starting out, you're probably going to get discouraged because you're just not going to have the right audience, especially for like my personal Instagram. Like I've had followers for since I started Instagram for years, and I'm just now starting to put more like fitness content, nutrition content, and it's not necessarily that audience that I built up. So now it's like I got to try to find that audience, but it just takes time, and you just got to keep putting out content.
And that's why there's not, that's why they say success, it's easy, but it's hard. Like concept of success is easy, but actually carrying it out to the ultimate destination, that's the hard part, is because so many people quit. It's like right when you're going to see that success, they say that's when you should push that much harder to get to where you want to go, because that's usually when it happens, is right when you're about to quit. When the 99% of people, they're not willing to stay up till 1 a.m. like us sometimes. And I'm not trying to like brag or put us on a pedestal, but it's like there's been times where we've stayed up after work, and it's like, oh, we got to put this content out because we made that commitment, we made that promise to each other that we were going to be consistent. There's been times where neither one of us wanted to put out content. We weren't motivated, we weren't in a positive headspace. We didn't want to like, oh, you got to come over, oh, we got to do this, we got to upload, we got to edit, we got to do this, we got to do that. And it's like, but that's just part of the human experience. Me and Dalton have same emotions that everybody watching us has. There's days, today when I went running, I go, oh, it's so hot, it's in the mid 90s, I don't want to run, my legs hurt. And I said, no, I gotta run. And it's like, you gotta force yourself, because that is what's gonna separate you from the people that don't that don't get to where you want to go, that don't have the same ambition, that don't have the same goals. Because when you push through those tough times, there's no reason why you can't have what you want to achieve in life.
Exactly. And you never know what video or podcast goes viral.
Yeah.
Like Charlie D'Amelio or whatever on TikTok. That's a perfect example. She went from 1,000 followers to 80 million followers within a year. But like when she first started out, she didn't have 80 million followers. She had probably not a lot of engagement, but she kept putting out videos, and a couple went viral and went after the other, and now look at her now. Sometimes that happens. You just got to keep putting it out, and eventually it starts to snowball, and you struck that gold, and then that's it. Yeah.
So on that note, guys, hang in there. Whatever it is you're doing, be consistent, keep the faith, and just keep pushing through. And eventually good things will come your way. You got to start from somewhere. You got to build a great foundation, and eventually everything will work out for the best. But hang in there. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment below. As always, guys, take care. If you ever need anything, please reach out to us, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode of Millennial Mindset.
Bye, guys.